It's time to automate our new RDWC system. Here's a few tips you can use to automate your RDWC system as well. Keeping a constant water level in your RDWC system can take a lot of work. In fact, it may be the most work you do when starting out with RDWC. But with a bit of automation, we can solve that. We started on this during construction by adding a bulkhead for a float valve to our reservoir. This float valve will allow us to keep our water level constant. We'll connect this to a holding tank outside the tent that we keep filled. You could also add another float valve to your holding tank connected to a water source. But I like to manually fill my tanks so an issue with my valve doesn't cause a flood. Now that we've tackled one of the most time-consuming tasks when tending to an RDWC system, what's next? Now it's time to deal with our pH. Balancing the pH in your system is another time-consuming task. But again, with a bit of automation, we can solve this. We're going to use a pH controller to automatically dose our system with pH up or pH down. There are many different systems on the market that can accomplish this task. There are also some do-it-yourself options out there that can be just as good. Today we'll be using one of the Blue Lab pH controllers from our old system. This controller uses two probes to monitor the nutrient solution inside the system, and uses a tube to dose the reservoir at pre-configured intervals. We'll need to drill a small hole in the lid of our reservoir for the dosing tube. Once that's done, we'll insert the tube through the lid and secure it with some tape. And now it's time to decide how to route our probes. This could be accomplished by either drilling another hole the size of the largest probe in our lid, or by creating a channel in the bucket that the lid closes over. Since I plan to pry the lid off this reservoir when it needs servicing, I'll be going with a hole in the lid. Once everything is attached to our reservoir, we're going to route our tube and cables outside the tent to the controller. Next, we'll need to run another tube from our controller to our container of either pH up or pH down. Now that everything is connected, it's time to set up our controller. We need to set a dose time for this controller. This is typically half the time it takes for the nutrient solution to raise by 1 point with the pump on. Once we've set our dose time and our target pH, it's time to let our controller run. Now we just need to keep our bottle of either pH up or pH down full, keep the controller calibrated, and it will do the rest. That's two of the most time-consuming tasks when dealing with an RDWC system we've tackled with automation. What other things could we automate? Using a chiller to regulate water temperature can reduce the need for additional additives like beneficial bacteria and hydrogen peroxide. But this comes at the expense of more electricity. We won't be taking that route this time. If you are someone who is constantly checking for leaks, a digital leak monitor could be a source of automation for you. What types of automation do you use in your grow tent? What other equipment would you recommend for someone looking to automate their RDWC system? Which of these types of automation do you already use? Let us know down in the comments. Hopefully some of these can make your life easier when using RDWC. And I hope to see you next time here on Show Me Hydro. Have you got a question you would like answered? Is there a topic you would like to see discussed in a video? Let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Do you want to see what I'm growing? Join us over on Twitch at twitch.tv/showmehydro. You'll be able to see what's happening in the grow tents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can even control the view yourself with chat commands. The live stream can also be viewed on the new Show Me Hydro Live YouTube channel, as well as Kick and Rumble if you prefer those platforms. So join us live from the Grow Tent. I hope to see you there. Would you like to support the channel? Head on over to patreon.com/showmehydro to get all the garden updates, early video previews, Harvest Watch photos, and behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. If you enjoyed this video, remember to click that like button and subscribe.